Now then, comrades, as promised, here is a reading from The Ragged Trousered Philanthropists by Robert Tressell. Poverty is not caused by men and women getting married. It's not caused by machinery. It's not caused by overproduction. It's not caused by drink or laziness. And it's not caused by overpopulation. It's caused by private monopoly. That is the present system. You see, they have monopolized everything that it is possible to monopolize. They have got the whole earth. They have the minerals in the earth, and they have the streams that water the earth. The only reason they haven't monopolized the daylight and the air is that it isn't possible to do it. If it were possible to construct huge gasometers and to draw together and compress within them the whole of the atmosphere, they would have done it long ago. And we should have been compelled to work for them in order to get money to buy air to breathe. And if that seemingly impossible thing were accomplished tomorrow, you would see thousands of people dying for want of air, or of the money to buy it, even as now thousands are dying for want of other necessities in life. You would see people going about gasping for breath and telling each other that the likes of them could not expect to have air to breathe unless they had the money to pay for it. Most of you here, for instance, would think and even say so. Even as you think at present that it's right for so few people to own the earth, the minerals and the water, which are all just as necessary as the air. In exactly the same spirit as you now say, it's their land, it's their water, it's their coal, it's their iron, so you would say, it's their air. These are their gasometers. And what right have the likes of us to expect them to allow us to breathe for nothing? And even while he is doing this, the air monopolist will be preaching sermons on the brotherhood of man. He will be dispensing advice on Christian duty in the Sunday magazines. He will give utterance to numerous more or less moral maxims for the guidance of the young. And meantime, all around, people will be dying for want of some of the air that he has bottled in his gasometers. And when you are all dragging out a miserable existence, gasping for breath or dying for want of air, if just one of your number suggests smashing a hole in the side of one of the gasometers, you will fall upon him in the name of law and order. And after doing your best to tear him limb from limb, you will drag him covered in blood in triumph to the nearest police station and deliver him up to justice in the hope of being given just a few half-pounds of air for your troubles. The revulsion of feeling that Barrington experienced during the progress of the election was intensified by the final result. The blind, stupid, enthusiastic admiration displayed by the philanthropists for those who exploited and robbed them. Their extraordinary apathy with regard to their own interests. The patient, broken-spirited way in which they endured their sufferings, tamely submitting to live in poverty in the midst of the wealth that they had helped to create. Their callous indifference to the fate of their children and the savage hatred they exhibited towards anyone who dared to suggest the possibility of better things forced him to believe that the hopes he cherished were impossible of realization. The words of the renegade socialist recurred constantly in his mind. You can be a Jesus Christ if you like, but for my part, I'm finished. For the future, I intend to look after myself. As for these people, they vote for what they want, they get what they vote for, and by God, they deserve nothing better. They are being beaten with the whips of their own choosing. And if I had my way, they would be chastised with scorpions. For them, the present system means joyless drudgery, semi-starvation, rags, and a premature death. And they vote for it. And they uphold it. Let them have what they vote for. Let them drudge. And let them starve.